Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. It has been a bit since I've actually broke down one of my budgets, but it has been highly requested for me to explain my budgeting process. So if you are interested to see how to break down a budget, if you are a beginner to the cash budgeting system, if you are interested in how I utilize the one cash envelope along with other sinking funds, then I hope that this video explains it well. I am all about teaching just anybody that is wanting to get into budgeting, cash budgeting, and living financially free. So if this sounds like something that you would be interested in hearing, then I hope you stick around. Just a couple of things. I always leave everything that I use in the description box down below. So one of them is this budget planner. This is a workbook duo. It's from the Crafty Budgeter, Brittany and Taylor Budgets. They created this. It's from the Elevated Life Co. So I definitely recommend starting off with a budget worksheet. Just know you don't necessarily have to purchase the whole planner. You just need a pen and a paper, you guys, to write up your transactions, write up your bills, and give every dollar a job. So today we're breaking down the paycheck number 2 of April. My husband and I, we received a paycheck today, and this is the starting amount. This is after we've already allocated and given for tithe. Just so you know, we are tithers. This is a belief that we have. So for those of you who have left in the comments that it is a scam, for those of you who have something against me sharing that I and my household, we tithe and we give back to the Lord what belongs to Him, you can keep your comments to yourself. Please forgive me. I don't want to sound rude or disrespectful to anybody in any way, but personal finance is personal, you guys. So what works for us, it may not work for you, and you know what? That is perfectly okay. The whole purpose of me having a YouTube channel, me sharing our journey of budgeting, our journey of saving for our next home. If you go back to past videos, we had shared our journey of becoming debt-free, which we are now, thank the Lord. But if you come in my comments, let me just make this known, you guys, because I have had quite a few people be very rude and disrespectful to me in the comments, and that is going to be absolutely a no-go over here. We are here to encourage one another, and if you do not agree with something, keep your comments and your rudeness to yourself, or you will be blocked, because I am not having that over here. I'm about encouraging, motivating, and wishing the best and to those that are around me. And I know I get hate for sharing blessing, but that is what we believe. And don't call it a scam, because you obviously are not educated in the faith side of tithing. So you can keep that comment to yourself, or just completely disregard the tithing portion of my budgeting process. But don't ever come at me at my faith and at our personal finance. We are just sharing the information that we do, and I do this because I know that it can help someone, and it has helped a lot of people, more than I can even imagine. So I'm so sorry I had to get this out there, but yeah, it's been a rough ride over here, and I'm not gonna let one person who talks about me being scammed for blessing the community through my church. No bueno, no thank you, and you can go get to stepping. Okay. I got that out of the way, and I am so sorry for everyone else who has been supportive. I appreciate you, and I just thank you. But we're gonna get back into it. I got so sidetracked. I'm so sorry, but I had to make that known. So this is after we have given our 10% of what we earn to our church for knowing that it's going for a greater purpose. So $1,366.91 is what we have left to pay our bills, to have spending, to save, to invest. That is what the rest of that is going to go to. So the purpose of budgeting is we have to give every dollar a job. I have preached about the Jordan Page budgeting method and the cash envelope system all throughout my YouTube career. And I've explained that she recommends living within percentages. So based on the income, the recommended amount from Jordan Page, and it works for us, you guys. So I am like backing up as evidence, like I am proof of how this works. Living within 70% of what your income is. Our income is not this, our total income is including like what we gave for tithes. So for me, explaining that on this sheet probably won't be well like understood, I guess, but I have a whole video where I showed our true numbers when I was actually showing what we earned. And I will link that down below in the description box for you guys and up in the cards, because I go into very detailed in that video. Now that we got that out of the way, 70% is what should be our living expenses, what leaves our bank account. That goes for bills, right? That goes for anything that leaves. And then 10% is what our tithe is. Then the rest of that 20% is what the goal amount is. So this is your sinking funds. This is your savings, your emergency, if you're not in debt. But if you are in debt, then you can allocate some of those funds for saving, for your sinking funds, and then the rest for your debt payoff. So how I break down every single paycheck is I reference my bill tracker sheet. Now this bill tracker is very different from the bill trackers that you see floating around on Etsy, that you see on people's websites. They have a yearly bill tracker where it'll list your total bills and then you just check off every month when you pay them. This bill tracker is broken down completely different, and it is based on when your payday is. So you had already done the hard work in the beginning of the month, and I actually have a video explaining how to use this bill tracker, and I'll link that for you as well, so that way you can write yours up. With the paycheck budget, I reference the bill tracker first thing after I've allocated funds for our tithe and we set that aside. This is the next step in our paycheck budget. We reference the bill tracker, we write in, and we set that money aside in our bank account, so that way it's not a big blow when it comes time to pay the bills. So I went down this column here, and I've already written down what is the dollar amount that we want to set aside for the given pay period. Today is the 8th, and we have all of these bills that we want to set money aside for. The first one is rent, and rent is going to be getting $300. And when I write that in, I have this page laminated. So I just take my Sharpie and I put a little check mark there. That way I know we've allocated that and we've included it in our budget. This is not the monthly budget. This is solely the paycheck budget. I know I've gotten comments of like, oh, how do you pay $300 for rent? Like, where do you live? No, this is the money that we set aside specifically from this paycheck for the month coming up for rent. Internet and internet, oh, I had this reversed, but internet we're allocating $27.25. Oops, $27.25. I should flip those, but I always forget. Internet $27.25, and phone is getting $29.75. Wait a minute, I feel like I did something wrong. I'm not setting money aside for internet. I think that's what it was. So let me just scratch this. Yeah, we're actually not paying internet. So this is wrong. Oopsies. All right. And then Disney is getting $6.66. ID theft is $12.90. Car insurance is $13, and then MediShare is $79. You always have to have a scratch off on your budget, because you know what? That means that you're working it. So please don't mind that right there. So I think we're good with this. So that's how I use the bill tracker. Again, this is the first thing that I grab when I write up our paycheck budget. Now we want to go ahead and total this. All right, so the total is 400 for, yeah, I wrote something wrong. Clearly, I don't know what I am doing because I was correct. I was correct. So let me pull out my whiteout because, yeah, I was right. We did need to set money aside for internet. I'm like, what in the world? What is happening? So let's fix this because that was right. It was $27.25. Act like, you know, that didn't happen. $27.25. Okay. 300 plus $29.75. All right, yes. $468.56. Perfect. Let me move this aside. Now we take the total income amount, $1366.91. We're going to subtract the $468.56. So $898.35 is what is left. And then we get to our variable spending. So we've already decided that my husband is going to be getting $50 for his responsibility. He manages like our entertainment, eating out, and then his personal spending. That's how we do it over here. Gas, we're going to put $70. Grocery is getting $75. Other, which is for everything else that I am responsible for, is getting $50. And then the buffer, which is the money that gets left in the bank account, is getting $66.46. So let's see what this brings us to. Okay, so $311.46. Then you take the $898 remaining. $898.35, you subtract the $311.46, and this leaves us with $586.89. Sinking funds, the total amount that we had, or we're allocating for sinking funds, is $115. Our savings challenge, we're actually going to put $20 for that. Medical is getting $10. Our home fund, you guys, is getting $421.89, and then my husband's IRA is going to get $20 transferred. So this should total the $586, leaving us with a zero-based budget. So let's just make sure that my math was correct. All right, yeah, $586.89. 86.89, and that gives us every dollar a job. So this is the first step when creating a budget. You write everything up, you give every dollar a job, and then you're ready to withdraw the funds. And so that's where we're gonna get to right now. This is the envelope that I use for every month. They're obviously titled a different month pertaining to the month that you're in. So for the first week of April, we should have $11 cash in this envelope. So I had a budget and we got groceries. I was able to spend whatever I wanted, and we should have $11 in here. I keep all of the receipts in here so that way I can scan to Fetch to get extra gift cards, because it's free money, you guys. If you don't have Fetch, I definitely recommend getting Fetch. I've redeemed countless gift cards for Walmart, Visa gift cards, and it really does come in handy. So what is left over in my one envelope is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So yes, that is correct. And I also have some change in here, not a whole lot, but you know, we have something. And then this is my still money that was left from my birthday, so I just keep that in there. I don't include it in here because this is my birthday money, you know. So we do have some change. So we unstuff and we put the change in my coin jug, and then we put this in one of the envelopes in my 50/50 box. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So to start, we have $42.47 in the coin jug. And now we're at $42.71. So we're just going to move that to the side. And then what are we left with? And we're going to stuff this 50/50 challenge. We have an $11 envelope. I think we already stuffed one of them, so we should have another set. So here's the 11. We're just going to fold this up. And all of the ones that I have stuffed, I actually have it in my safe so that I won't have the cash just laying around my house. $11 envelope. And then this is going to go in my safe. So this is good. We're going to keep that out because we're going to stuff $20 from our budget. Okay, so now we're going to count up the cash that we are withdrawing, and let's just count this out. This should be $260. So let me actually move this aside. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 20, 40, 60, and 50, 100. So yes, $260 is what we have. Let me just lay these out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to stuffing the one cash envelope, and it's going to get 75. So we have the 50, 70, and 5. And then we're going to put $50 for the other. And that goes in my purse. Next is our sinking funds. So Beauty is going to get $5. You know, I actually think that this should be facing this way since I always churn my money. All right. Okay. Blessing is also going to get $5. And Blessing, just so you know, this is like an offering, or we can donate to a cause or a charity, something that somebody shares with us that we feel that we can give above our tithe. If we have it, we're going to give. We know that there is a blessing for us to bless others. Like, we receive so much more than just the dollar amount in return, you know what I mean? It's just, again, it's a greater purpose. So that's what that is. Pet is getting the $5. So Pet has 5 already in there. So it now has 10. All right. Anniversary is getting $35. So let's see what we have in there right now. I do have these placeholders, you guys. I had this in a freebie on my email newsletter, and it was only available to those that were subscribed to my newsletter. So it's just a $100 placeholder. So I have this currently in the bank in a savings account, and I'm so excited. So there's 200 in there now, 250. 270, 280, 285, 286, 87, 288 is what is in our anniversary. Budget essentials, this is for my like website, my business, giveaways, things like that. It's not getting stuffed. Car maintenance is going to get $12. Yep, $12. So car maintenance now has 10, 20, 25, 26, 27. I need to get an oil change. I think I'm actually over the mileage for me to get from what was recommended on the sticker to have my oil change. So hopefully we're still okay. All right. Or I'm sorry, car maintenance was supposed to get 15. Oh dear. Let me take out the 12. Christmas was supposed to get 12. All right, so this has 10, 20, $30. I knew that sounded wrong. Okay, Christmas gets the 12. 10, 11, and 12. Did I grab? Oh dear. If I'm off, if I grabbed an extra dollar, we'll see. So Christmas now has 100, 120, 30, 40, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 55, 56. I think I put an extra dollar. We'll see. If I'm off, I'll just take it from here. Okay, my husband's birthday is not getting anything. Fun is going to get $13. So 10, 11, 12, and 13. So fun now has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Gifts, this is gifts and holiday. This is going to get $25. Currently has 100 placeholder, which is what's in the bank. So altogether has $125. All right. And then the last thing that we're going to be doing is our 50-50. Okay, so what my husband and I decided is that we will not be contributing right now to our birthdays. Our birthdays had just passed in March, and as you had heard me share, our goal is to save for our next home, and we're hoping that we can save $10,000 for that by the end of the year. I know, big goal, but if we're focused, we could do it. You know, we could do it. So we're gonna go ahead and put and stuff a $20 envelope, and then I'll go ahead and I'll mark this off. So $20 is gonna go in here, and then I'll go ahead and I'll put that in the safe. So progress is progress, you guys. We're making strides over here. All right, so I went ahead and I stuffed that $20 envelope from the 50-50, and I colored it in right over here. So these are the envelopes that are left. And if any time I have money left over in the week, I will go ahead and put it in this challenge. So I'm really excited about this. All of this will be allocated specifically for our home savings. So I cannot wait to count that up and see where we're at. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. But yeah, guys, this is everything. This is the process of how I am utilizing the cash envelope system, the budget method, and saving for our home. Try not to overcomplicate things, but just do it in a way that you know, makes sense to us, it works for us, it doesn't overwhelm us, and we see progress. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, that you got a takeaway from it. If you did, let me know what it was in the comments down below. I love to engage with you guys and just have a conversation with you all. So again, yeah, thanks so much. If you did like it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys.